And
Thank
so
you.
book two kind of came off of a joke, an idea. Do we have any plans for book three, or are we currently seeing the end of Nico and Will?
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows? There's no plan. I mean, I have an idea, but no. We're both writing other stuff. You were doing a show. I just turned in my next novel and have to, after this tour, start another one. I know I'm saying this, and I don't, Rick doesn't know this. I got in trouble at a school visit this year because I lied to all of these kids' faces and said there was no sequel while we had already finished the sequel. And then I came back and that book had been announced, and these kids were so mad at me. They were like, "You gaslit us so hard last year." And I was like, "Oh, I forgot that was gonna
And kids
happen."
hold grudges. They
So that
do.
is not happening currently on this interview. There
Okay.
genuinely isn't a plan. I promise we're not gaslighting you.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. So Nico and Will, they go through very complex emotions in Son Star. We see grief, insecurities, doubt, acceptance. Were there any emotions that you wanted the Court of the Dead to focus around?
Well, I mean, when you say we see the emotions, I mean that's literal because we have the Cocoa Puffs now. We the cacodemons following him around, and they will not be denied. That alone was so much fun to explore and see. I mean, I can't imagine how as a young person of Nico's age, how I would have dealt with my own emotions trailing me behind like a little parade of darkness. I love that, and it was. I think they're literally manifested right there. All the ones that we wanted to explore. I don't know. What do you think?
If I think if there was anything this book wanted to focus on is I think a lot of the characters deal with situations that feel unfair.
Mm,
And what do you do, especially if you think you're powerless in those situations? And oftentimes, Hazel, Nico, Will, some of the mythics get into situations and they're like, I actually don't see a way out of this. And it feels so unfair that we are being treated this way for this reason, but I don't know what the solution is. So how do you deal with that? How do you deal with feeling frustrated and stuck? And I think the book answers that in some very interesting,
mm,
sometimes very wacky ways. But I think that at the core of it is like this idea of unfairness and injustice. And what do you do, especially when the forces that might be, enacting this injustice seem so big or invisible and you can't see them and you don't know where they're coming from? There is a big mystery element to what's going on in this book.
mm.
I know our time is winding down together, but I always like the end with a fun question. So Nico and Will, they're both busy characters. There's no doubt about that. So when they're not with mythics or on a quest, do you think they would be readers? And if so, what do you think their favorite books would be?
Ooh,
Oh, what a question.
yeah. Wow. I Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking. I think. I mean, I want to say that Nico would be into the Brontes. I'm not sure.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if which one, like Wuthering Heights, maybe Jane Eyre. I can see him getting into that vibe, but maybe that's too on the nose. I'm not sure. And Will is harder. I can see him like doing musical biographies, like Jim Morrison, maybe. I
Hmm.
don't know. What do you think?
I was also thinking Will's super into nonfiction.
Yeah.
I was thinking that he's constantly telling Nico that one of the most thrilling books you can ever read is The Devil in the White City. And Nico's like, I don't want to read about architecture. I don't want to do that. But he doesn't understand it's one of the best books ever. I
Yeah.
think Nico also likes weird science fiction fantasy stuff. So he's reading like Ursula Le
Mm,
Guin. He's reading Octavia Butler, China
mm.
Mieville, just all these things with weird creatures. And he's thinking
Oh,
about like, oh, what would they be like to, face these kind of creatures? And also maybe
oh,
sympathizing with them a little bit.
Left Hand of Darkness, Rails.
Yes. Oh, very.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. He would
yeah,
love that. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Good stuff.
Amazing. Well, thank you both so much for your time. I absolutely loved talking with you. I loved Son of the Star. I loved Corn the Dead, and I wish you both the luck on your tour coming up as well.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank you so
much,
much.
Ben.